Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. If you're not having a good day today, you must not be in uranium. Honestly, you should be having a very good day today. We're going to do some technical analysis here. I've got some short-term stuff, a little bit of medium, long-term on some of this, not too much. We already did the long-term stuff today. But it looks like the ETF guys they're getting a little greedy, aren't they? They're really trying to load into this sector. Obviously, there just isn't the amount of shares that these guys can absorb, so price goes up. Price goes up a lot in some of them. So we'll take a look. I'll give you my financial opinion. Please don't use this as advice. And let's jump in. So here we go. This is uranium. And here is the physical metal price, or physical, I was going to say metal price, physical pounds of uranium. Physical is up 2.32%. Looking pretty good. It's at 39.70. And that obviously did carry over today, maybe. Or maybe just the guys with the dump trucks came again with the 100 bills stacked in the back of the truck. Now, this is what we're looking at. I'm gonna throw some stuff in here. Well, actually, you know what? This is the daily. Let's go to the weekly. So here's the weekly that I've got. I'm gonna throw something in here. I'm gonna do some analysis. All right. Now, this is what I wanted to show right here, guys. And this is where I like viewing it, is this weekly chart. What do you guys see there? What do you see? I see a break, Mr. Finding Value. I do, I see it right here. It's peeking out, it's turtle heading out. And what happens is you go and you try to break through it and you hit your head on the resistance. It comes back and creates this U-shaped pattern that I talk about a lot. Now we've got the buyers stepping back in. The volume's coming in. Obviously, we've noticed that the buyers are coming in and they've got truckloads of money apparently. And it's pushing it above this upper channel. We could break this upper channel and really start to go. So that's one to watch. We'll watch this. I'll chart it tomorrow to see what happens. But fantastic performance in uranium. The buyers are coming in and they are flooding. And the volume's already pretty high, and we're only at Wednesday on this weekly candlestick basis. So this is just this week, and these are full weeks here. So we could see a big move, a continuation move to the upside. And why would I say that? When looking at some of these charts, they are finishing strong. They're not putting huge tails on the tops here. So we could see this continue if the money flows continue. I don't see why it wouldn't continue, but I you know what? I got to bite my tongue. I'm a big uranium bull. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But this is looking good. Way to go, Camco. You know, if you guys make a whole bunch of money, you should name your kid Cam or something, really, because this is going to be an incredible market here. Next Gen Energy, again, big buying pressure, big volume, big everything, big price move, 8%. Good job to hopefully continues moving on higher. We've got Next Gen Energy on a weekly candlestick. I just wanted to see what it looked like on a weekly candlestick. We see an obvious downtrend break back here. And we've been moving on up in a nice, good, strong uptrend. Here's Fission Uranium. Again, it finishes strong. Very nice. The body, the size of the candlestick is a little bit smaller. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. And this is our U-shaped pattern. Maybe this is creating a U-shaped pattern on a much larger pattern that I can't see right here. Sky Harbor, again, man, we're ending strong, big volume. And see how we opened and ended strong today? This could continue into tomorrow. So Sky Harbor is another one that I think, I mean, it looks really good. Very strong finish. Can Alaska, I mean, it's not as big of an update, but it's still finished pretty strong. It looks good. Standard Uranium, I mean, a little bit of a wick at the top there. I'm starting to just look at the candlesticks and not so much the patterns. I am going to throw something in here just to see what's going on here. And that's about what's going on. And what we did is we broke out, we back tested, and now it's go time. It's go time. Now, I'm not saying that this necessarily goes straight up, but it's probably going to cycle back and forth. So that looks fantastic from a long-term perspective. Now, I just want to say, base load, way to go. We're at $1.02, 30% up. I mean, yeah, we got a little bit of a wick at the top. I don't know who's selling this stuff, guys. Put in the comments section if you're selling base load. I just want to know why. they're drilling through. They're finding they're hitting a lot more uranium. I should say maybe not uranium, but radioactivity. They're continuing to hit it all over the place. So this could be a big find. We'll see what happens. And I'm just going to say it's a potential that the base load hit the mother load, potentially. But it's looking good and promising. PurePoint, 0% update. What the? PurePoint, what? Seriously, we're going to have to call this in. PurePoint to the principal's office, please. I don't know what's with this underperformance here. We're going to have to get him on a performance improvement plan. No, just kidding. No, PurePoint didn't go up. I'm just trying to see. It looks like we're trying to break this little, it's not even, it's a loose downtrend line. It's not even a legit downtrend line, perhaps, but it's doing okay. Fission, nice strong day, ended strong, looks good. So that's Fission 3.0, exploration company. Here's UEX Corporation, doing that U-shaped type pattern, a little bit of a wick at the top. Will this break out? We'll find out. Looks like there's a little bit of sellers up here. It's encountering. Volumes are strong, money is big. Well, maybe it can push right through. Oh, look at this thing. What is that? It's an airplane. No, it's something flying. It's Bannerman. Yeah, look at that thing. It launched. It's flying. It's in midair, suspended, with the volume there. I maybe even have to call in his brother, 10 Baggerman, and see what's going on. This is crazy, guys. Way to go, Bannerman. 30% up. This, especially. I mean, yesterday it was up quite a bit. It was like 9% or so. But good job, Bannerman. Way to kick it. And then we got Deep Yellow, 10%. Kind of a dark day, a black day here. It opened up and ended a little bit lower. Kind of a sideways momentum throughout the day, but it did go up quite a bit. So that's looking okay. Forces Metals, man, 15.63. May the force be with it. This thing is killing it. It's crushing it. It's like making orange juice out of oranges. Man, this thing looks good. It's like ready to break this high right here. It looks really good, guys. Let's hope the money bags show up tomorrow and start dumping in. ETF money bag, URNM, and URA. Goviax, a little bit of a black day, black candlestick, kind of a sideways day. We'll see if it pulls back tomorrow or not. I know we're coming up into some resistance whenever it gets up here, but that looks okay. Global Atomic, a little bit of a wick at the top. Looks like we're coming up into a little bit of sellers. You know, let's hope we all go global and get some money in here. We got Energy Fuels. Energy Fuels is looking good. It's got the U. This is kind of almost like a cup and handle shape pattern that's developing that we could break to the upside. Let's hope. And it's very similar. All these have these like cup and handle shape patterns, the U shape, where it comes up at a top, it hits it, and then does another U, which is a cup and handle. And we're starting to see these cup and handles almost everywhere, a continuation pattern. Let's hope it continues. A cup and handle pattern is a cup and a handle that forms, and it's a continuation pattern if it breaks this $2 high. And we're seeing these cup and handle patterns develop everywhere. UROI here, up 5.6%, ended very strong. So we could see this continue into tomorrow, potentially. We've got big buying pressure on the volume, good relative strength, and good buying pressure candlesticks with good closings. That's about as good as you can get. And sorry for saying good like 7 times there. We've got Encore Energy looking good. It's doing the rocket. So when you've got a wick at the bottom, I call it the rocket, with the rocket propellant out the bottom, and then a little canister or little pod in the front. Cure's doing it. So guess what? Looks like it's been vaccinated and cured, and now we're moving higher, 8.33. And it kind of almost rhymes with COVID too, but we've got, oh man, you know, I say, when I first see this, I just think, because it's killing it, man. Here's that little U-shaped pattern again, moving on up, 9.65%. Good work there. Peninsula, my goodness. 21.5%. It ended strong. It's got a rocket ship pattern. It's probably going to continue to the upside potentially. Got that U-shaped pattern again. It's almost like the cup and handles are coming out. They're coming out to play. Boss Energy doing another handle. It's got to join all the other group, looks like. And then we got Laramide. Laramide's 9%. That's still fantastic day, coming up into some selling pressure perhaps at this previous high. Maybe we'll blow through it. Maybe the bunny bags show up. Blue Sky Uranium, again, cup and handle pattern maybe. Get something similar. We'll see. We'll see if the flows continue into this sector. And Paladin's very similar. We got Centrus Energy. This thing just blew to the upside. A little bit of a wick at the top. Maybe it's going to slow down a little bit. But overall, guys, uranium is like this. I mean, my portfolio is loving these stocks in it. And I'll actually, I forgot to throw in a trend line here just to show you guys what it broke. This broke right there. And that's the big pattern it broke to shoot to the upside and break out of here. That's the launching pad, so to speak. But overall, guys, I mean, uranium's looking great. If the ETFs or whoever's coming in here piling money into it, it's going to continue. And we're right at I think, a good spot to be just holding on if you're on the channel and you've already purchased. Would I be buying at this exact moment? I don't know. It's out of my element, but I think I would in some companies. What I would do is I'd look for companies that are down or ones that are kind of lagged. Some of these exploration companies have been lagging. I would maybe look at, I didn't even post it, Forum Energy Metals maybe. That's a uranium exploration company. It's been lagging. Standard Uranium has been lagging. Some of these ones that are kind of lagging, Pure Point Uranium, I would be starting to look at those because what money typically does is it goes after the big boys first, like NextGen, Cameco, and we can obviously see that. It's going after the ETFs. And then it filters down to the smaller guys. It'll go into developers. Then it'll go into explorers last. And usually, so I'd be looking maybe at the explorers if you're already in some of these other bigger companies and add a little bit. I'm not a huge guy. I'm not going to add a whole bunch into the exploration companies. I have a little bit and it's spread out amongst all of them. Because when they hit, they can obviously launch higher. And we're seeing that in baseload. I'm lucky that I overweighted baseload and spoke with James over the phone and stuff. So I was lucky to contact him and get a lot more background on the company and the vision of that company. And I think he's a good CEO, good geologist, and I think he has a very good viewpoint on the vision of that company and finding where they're trying to find value, so to speak, and that's in an easy to mine location. So, guys, good job. Let's hope it can continue the buying pressure. If not, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not selling any of my shares. It's still great valuations, and there's no point for me to sell. And when I say valuations, I'm not talking about the companies themselves. I'm talking about uranium, the price of the physical uranium in relationship to other commodities. That value is very good. And that value is going to translate into the mining companies. So if you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't know what you're waiting for. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.